Hey guys, Mythos Gamer. Welcome back for turn number 7. Before we get started, we'll take a look at our investigators. Our first investigator, Hank, has 6 stamina, 5 sanity, and $5. For his skills, he has a speed of 5, a sneak of 1, a fight of 5, a will of 0, a lore of 0, and luck of 4. He has 1 gate trophy and 1 toughness worth of monster trophies. Hank has 3 common items: food, the motorcycle, and the ancient tome. He still has his elder sign. And he has the stealth skill. Our second investigator, Daisy, has 4 stamina and 4 sanity and $5. For her skills, she has a speed of 4 and sneak of 1, a fight of 3 and will of 2, a lore of 5 and a luck of 1. Just like Hank, she has 1 gate trophy and 1 toughness worth of monster trophies. Currently, Daisy has 2 spells, heal and rack. She also has 2 unique items, the True Magic Tome and the Liber Divan Tome. Daisy has the fight skill, and right now she's blessed. And Daisy is currently suffering from claustrophobia. Next is our third investigator, Patrice. She has 4 stamina, 4 sanity, 9 clue tokens, and $2. For her skills, she has a speed of 4 and a sneak of 1, a fight of 4 and a will of 1, a lore of 5, and a luck of 0. Patrice currently has no gate trophies, but 3 toughness worth of monster trophies. She has 1 common item and 1 unique item, the lantern and the enchanted knife, along with the shriveling spell and the will skill. And our final investigator, Agnes, has 5 stamina, 3 sanity, 8 clue tokens, and $1. For her skills, she has a speed of 4, a sneak of 0, a fight of 4, and a will of 0, a lore of 6, and a luck of 1. So far, Agnes is our big monster hunter with 5 toughness of monster trophies. She has 2 spells, Wither and Flesh Ward. She also has the Holy Water unique item and the Courier Run task. Almost forgot, she also has the Library Use skill. Just a quick reminder, our Ancient One is Yog-Sothoth, and because of his key and gate ability, we need an extra success in order to close the gate. Additionally, any investigator that's lost in time and space is devoured. At the start of battle, any investigator who does not have a gate trophy is devoured. All our cultists have a -1 combat rating and magical immunity. And if he does wake up, he himself has magical immunity and a -5 to combat. Currently we have 7 Doom tokens on our Doom track. Our Terror track is at 2 right now. And finally we have the Man in Black environment card in play, preventing us from going to the French Hill streets. Alright guys, sorry if that update took a little bit longer than normal. We're going to get on with our game. We're going to pass the first player marker from Daisy to Patrice and move to our upkeep phase. Okay, right now Hank is at the woods with a Night Gaunt and a Wraith. The Night Gaunt's not too bad, but the Wraith is a pretty nasty monster. And even though Hank has a pretty high fight rating on his own, he has no weapons to help him at all. So we need to try to sneak away from these 2 monsters this turn. Because Hank has a focus of 2, we're going to use all that to increase his sneak up to 3. Our next investigator, Daisy, is going to roll for her blessing. We need anything but a 1. She got a 4, so she will keep her blessing for another turn. Also, because Daisy is missing one of her stamina, we're going to cast her heal spell. It has a sanity cost of 1, but because of her Iron Will ability, the sanity cost is reduced by 1. It has a modifier of +1, and she has a lore of 5. So we're going to roll 6 die, and for every success, we can gain a stamina. We only need 1 success, though, to bring her back up to full. And we only got 1 success, but that's okay. That's all we needed. Alright, after about 10 minutes of trying to decide what I'm going to do this turn, I think that's all we're going to do for the upkeep. So we're moving on to our movement phase. Our first player this turn, Patrice, is going to move further into the Great Hall of Selena. Next we have Agnes with a speed of 4. She's going to leave the Historical Society and head into the street area. And then from there, she's going to end her movement at the South Church. Our third investigator, Hank, is going to attempt to sneak by the Wraith and Nightgaunt. Right now he has a sneak of 3. First we're going to attempt to get by the Wraith. Gives +0 to sneak checks, so we're going to roll 3 die. Need 1 success. Wish we could have saved some of those successes for later. We got by the Wraith. Next we need to get by the Nightgaunt. It has a -2 to sneak. So we're rolling 1 die. And we did not get it. Hank is going to use his stealth skill to re-roll that evade check. And we got it. So Hank is going to move away. Hank has a speed of 3, and he's going to exhaust his motorcycle to give him 2 extra movement points. This will give him a movement of 5. First, Hank is going to leave the woods and move to the uptown streets. Then move over to the south side streets. Then he's going to leave the south side streets and run up to the French Hill streets. He has 2 more movement points. So he's going to move up to the Rivertown area and then into the general store. And our last investigator, Daisy, is going to leave the final area of Relay and come out at the witch's house, surrounded by monsters. Okay, that is it for our movement phase. We're moving on to our Arkham Encounters phase. First we have Agnes at the South Church. Instead of having an encounter card, she's going to use the church's ability, Blessing. Instead of having an encounter here, you may spend 5 times worth of monster trophies, or 1 gay trophy, to have any investigator you choose to be blessed. Agnes has 5 times of monster trophies, so she is going to give a blessing to Hank. He is normally a good fighter because of his ability to ignore the first horror check. But without any weapons, we kind of got to load him up as best we can to start cleaning up some of these monsters. Because Hank is now blessed, 4s also count as successes. Our next investigator, Hank, is at the general store, and he is also not going to draw an encounter card. He's going to use the ability of the general store to shop. Instead of having an encounter here, you may draw 3 common items and purchase 1 of them for its list price. Discard the other 2. The first one we drew is a rifle. That would have been perfect. Unfortunately, it cost $6 and we only have 5. So we won't be able to get the rifle. Next we got a patrolling the streets task. Go to East Town Streets, Uptown Streets, and the police station. You can draw 1 common item, gain 1 clue token, and $5. It costs 0. Now this isn't what we want, but if the next item isn't something that we can really use, we'll take this just because it's free. We're not really going to focus on the task because things are getting so crazy. We're a little limited on where we can go right now in Arkham. And our third item is an axe. +2 to combat checks, +3 if your other hand is empty. It's not as good as a rifle, but is probably the best we're going to get right now. So I think we will spend $3, bringing Hank down to 2, and we will take that axe. And our last investigator in Arkham is Daisy. She's going to attempt to close the gate to relay. Daisy has a fight of 3 and a lore of 5. So we're going to use her lore. The gate to relay has a -3 to close. So we're going to get to roll 2 die, and we need 2 successes. 4s do count as successes because she's blessed. But something tells me we're going to have to use some clue tokens in order to get this gate closed. And we did get 1 success. Oh, no, actually, we got the 4. So we were really lucky. We got 2 successes. I'm really surprised that happened. So we will close the gate to relay. And Daisy is going to use 5 of Patrice's clue tokens to seal it. Now normally we would remove any monsters that have the cross symbol on it because we closed the gate to relay. But out of the 8 monsters we have on the board right now, none of them have the cross symbol. Daisy now has 2 gate trophies and 1 Tempest of Monster trophies. And because we had to use Patrice's clue tokens, that brought her down to 4. So hopefully a new gate will open up this turn, which will give her 5. Alright guys, that is the end of our Arkham Encounters phase. We're going to move on to our Otherworld Encounter phase. We only have 1 investigator in Otherworld, and that is Patrice at the Great Hall of Salino. So we're going to need a blue or green Otherworld Encounter card. The first one we draw is green, and Salino's not on there, so we go to Other. Yes, you think you have a use for this item. Draw 1 common item. That's definitely good. Let's see what we get. And we drew a food. Nothing exciting, but it's definitely better than losing sanity or stamina. Alright guys, we're moving on to our Mythos phase now. Alright, we're going to have a gate and a monster appear at the graveyard. For our gate, we got the City of the Great Race. And for our monster, we drew a cultist. Because there are already 7 monsters on the board, the cultist is going to the outskirts with our Elder Thing. So we're going to have 2 monsters in the outskirts. Right now there is currently nothing at the graveyard. Now we have a gate. Because a new gate opened up, we're adding another Doom token to our Doom track. We're also going to give a clue token to Patrice because of her Ominous Dreams ability. This will bring her up to 5 clue tokens. Next, a clue is going to appear at the Black Cave. There was already 1 there. So now we have 2. And now for a monster movement. We have no cross monsters. We do have 1 moon monster though, our Wraith. And our Wraith is a flying monster, and because there are no investigators in the adjoining street area, the Wraith is going to go to the sky. And finally, the text of our Mythos card. We do another environment card, an Evil Fog. Will checks in Arkham are made at -1 penalty. Sneak checks in Arkham are made at +1 bonus. Flyers do not move. We've got 3 flyers on the board right now. Our Night Gaunt, our Wraith, and our Fire Vampire. Don't worry about them for a little bit. This will replace our Man in Black environment card. Now, this Evil Fog environment card does not trigger Groth, our Herald, because he's only triggered by environment cards that are Mystic, not Weather. Alright guys, that is the end of turn number 7. We were able to close and seal another gate, but unfortunately we made no progress at all in getting rid of some of these monsters, and our outskirts is building up even more, and our Doom track is building up even more. Maybe next turn, now that Hank is gearing up a little bit, he'll be able to take care of some of these monsters. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next turn.